All right, what's up everyone? Welcome, my name is Darkpool Algo, and thanks for joining me on another weekend watchlist building session. Today we're going to go through the top 4 or 5 stocks that I found over the weekend that are going to make a greater than expected move in the upcoming weeks. With that being said, I like to use the Smart Money Darkpool and block trade algorithm software provided by those traders over at FlowTrade. If you have not tried this out yet, please take a few moments and go get your free trial. It can really help your existing trading strategy or even learn a new one. So with that being said, quick rundown. I use the white directional candles that you see here. Those are the candlesticks, right? The purple line that you'll see is the regular algorithm line, and the if I draw any yellow, obviously that's going to be my personal interpretation of the algo. If you see red horizontal lines, those are block trades. Blue horizontal lines are dark pool trades, and if I draw a white line, then it's where there's a dark pool and a block trade so close to each other that you can't really set them apart. Now, one thing I just noticed is that I'm a little off center here for some reason today. I need to maybe go this way a little bit. Maybe that'll keep me in frame. I moved my whole setup around. It's just been an ongoing nightmare. I'm thinking about just redoing the whole stream setup. So look for some exciting changes in the weeks to come. I typically look for a couple things. Price at Keltner channels. I look for stacked EMAs, so the 8, the 21, and the 34 exponential moving averages to be stacked positive. Obviously making sure that price is above the 50 and the 200 directional SMA. That definitely shows trend. So if you're looking to do some technical analysis, if you're new to trading, welcome. We're definitely here to share the knowledge, and hopefully everybody can have a green week. Let's take a few moments to do the intro, and then we'll jump right into it. So see you in a second. All right, welcome back. So before we get started, all I ask in return for all this free content is that you hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. So anytime we put out any new videos, you'll be notified, and we can all enjoy them together. All right, so on the list this week, we have got HUM, AMD, CL, MA, Roblox, and TMUS. So T-Mobile, Roblox, Mastercard, Humana, CL, I'm not exactly sure what CL is, and AMD. So I'm going to start off with Humana H2m. It's definitely in the medical field. So this is a nice, strong, basically almost parabolic, well, we'll just call it semi-parabolic move with the algorithm. Again, the purple line is the regular algorithm. I don't use the dark pool algorithm. It's a little too difficult to explain all the time. So we've got a nice strong uptrend. The algo is currently consolidating with, oops, get the right tool here. The algo is currently consolidating with a nice little tail up. As far as price action is concerned, it looks like we're starting to make a reversal pattern. So it'd be a 1, 2, 3 move. Not necessarily a Wu-Tang one, but could be close to a Wu-Tang pattern reversal. A little bit of a bull flag going on here. Definitely bullish on this going into next week. So we're going to go ahead and grab a screenshot of that guy right there, and then just check it out on the 1 minute real quick. As far as the 1 minute's concerned, this was Friday, so consolidation, massive breakout, looking for that algorithm to continue to move to the upside. Let's just see what we have from a fib level. Yeah, above the 1618 on the daily, so strong bullish move to the upside. All right, moving on to the next one, we've got, let's see, I'm gonna go with AMD. AMD made a great move on Friday. Now the algo may not be the most bullish, as you can see, but it did reverse and is consolidating now. Okay, AMD has got a great chart pattern, so I feel like it's got a pretty dang good technical setup, and the algo is not selling off. So a little bit of a reversal into consolidation. This little curling up here that I'm about to show you is really what's giving me some positive vibes on AMD. So looking at the algo, so this little curling up here coming off of some consolidation, right? that's bullish in my opinion. Some of this divergence may need to play out, but there is a great chart pattern here. So we're going to look at this one a little bit more in depth. As far as help front, let me just finish doing this real quick. So we've got a little bit of a bull flag forming here. This was the move on Friday that we're looking for a breakout, right? We'd like for the algo to continue moving upwards. I'm going to be really interested to see what happens when the algo gets to this 103.30 level. If it breaks that, then yeah, this is going to be a great trend reversal. So as far as block trades and dark pool trades, we've got a regular block trade coming in at 109.43. This is going to be our support. We have a dark pool level that printed on Friday at 110.77. So that's pretty significant support there. Looking for this to go long, and we're going to go ahead and screenshot that guy. Looking at the 1 minute chart, right? Nice consolidation. All right, this is pretty, like, there's that Wu-Tang reversal right there. I want to mark it up. Let's see. This is what I talk about when I talk about Wu-Tang pattern reversal. This is the move right here, right? Draw for me. So we down to support, right? Opening range low, a little bit of a breakout, breaking above previous block trade levels, coming back down and testing those levels for support. So all of these blocks right here on the 26th that came in at 108.23, right? And then we had this nice massive move up, right? That is textbook. It's 1, 2, 3 reversal, but we call it the Wu-Tang pattern reversal just because we like to. All right, so that was AMD. Next one we're going to move into is going to be CL. Not exactly sure what CL does, but we'll give it a shot. Let's see what we've got. So this is strong bullish divergence, right? We have a regular block trade that's going to provide a little bit of a resistance, but since it came back on the 19th of August, I'm not in looking at how price interacted with it. It's going to have a little bit of effect, but I'm not anticipating any sort of like reversal effect. Nice strong bullish uptrend. We have divergence. Like a lot of this divergence has played out already. So we've got some newly formed, right? Divergence occurred there. Looking to get above that. We're making pretty decent, right? Nice strong, higher lows, and going into Friday we made higher highs. This could be, it could be a wedge breakout. So I'm looking for the breakout and break above previous highs for a longer term move to this regular block trade level that came in at 78.89. Come on, there we go. That's the move. We're going to look to grab that, and then obviously a break above that. So as far as CL is concerned, that's what we're looking at on the 15. Let's go ahead and break it down to the 1 minute chart. All right, so this is bullish divergence. So diverged here. Let me just mark this up a little bit, and we can show you what we're working with. All right, so overall, Algo is in an uptrend, so they're pretty much net buying. We had a little bit of divergence that occurred at this level here, right? So we're definitely looking for the move back up to here. Oh, come on. The move back up to there. The Algo, in my opinion, it's super reactionary, so we'd like to see it kind of maintain this level that it's at now and not break below it. So bounce off of there for continued move to the upside. And that's CL. All right, next chart we're going to look at is Mastercard. Mastercard was a favorite from a couple weeks ago. Excuse me, it paid pretty well. That was this move here, so we're looking to try to replicate some of that. Right, higher lows, higher highs, so a little bit of an uptrend. Kind of consolidating. I'd definitely like to see the Algo get above previous highs, and let me draw some of this up so you can see what I'm talking about. The only thing that's a little weird is we don't have any block trades in the last 12 days, but that doesn't necessarily mean that there's not volume coming into it. All right, there we go. definitely keeping an eye on the algo to curl back up and to get out of this little range that it's put itself in, right? The algo can break out of that range. Definitely gonna see some pretty good movement. Well, not definitely, but you know what I mean. So double bottom to uptrend support, looking to take out previous highs. You know, this move filled this gap here, right? This little gap that I said we would have to fill at one point. So that gap has been filled. Looking for, you know, a break above this previous high here for continuation up, taking, you know, testing previous lows on the way up. Okay. Looking at the 1 minute chart on the algo, let's see what we got here. All right. Look at this. Boom. This is pretty. So we want the algo to continue to make its move to the upside. Let's see. So look at this divergence here. That's gorgeous. Okay. So price is kind of holding. Yeah, I'm definitely going to keep a little bit closer eye on this one. I want to see this algo on the daily curl back up and continue to move to the upside. So there may be a little bit of a pullback, or this could have been the bottom. We're going to keep a close eye on MA. The divergence is there. The daily intraday chart isn't as clean as I'd like it to be. Like I said, we really need the algo to break out of this little range that it's in, but definitely have some room to move. Okay, that was Mastercard, and let's see, we're going to look at Roblox. Now, I believe Roblox is another one of those that doesn't have the greatest algo. It does have some divergence. This was a great move here. Let me just... So, we wanted the algo to curl back around and move up. We wanted it to break up above here. Yeah, so this was a great play. That 85 to 90 run, glorious. So I'm looking for a repeat of that, or something similar. Right, the algo is still continuing to buy. Right, we have divergence that has occurred, and looks like we've got looks like we came down. We filled this gap, and we found some support. Just trying to find the best level. We'll just call this a double bottom. Oh, come on. There we go. Looking for that falling wedge breakout. We have a regular block trade level that came in on the 24th. That's going to be our target at 88 even. Very interesting that they dropped it right at a solid number, right? And below that, we've got 82.79 as support. No real dark pull levels below that to speak of. Nothing relatively close. So with Roblox, we're going to keep an eye on it. I like for that wedge breakout. Looking at the 1 minute chart, let's see what we got going on here. Yeah, this is strong uptrend. You know, prices just kind of hovering. This may have been a pinning move since it was going into monthly expirations last month, right? So yeah, falling wedge breakout. The algo is, you know, algo is strong. The algo is strong with the Roblox. Okay, so on the 1 minute we got that. I'm definitely going to keep an eye on this curling up for it to continue up and for the divergence to begin to play out. Alright, so Roblox. Alright, moving on to the next one. TMUS. This is T-Mobile. And I was going to put it on the list last week. It was really, it just started, this divergence. Let's see. Well, I was trading with price action, had a gap to fill. Regular block trade level, regular, all right. Pretty decent looking chart here. All right, we've got strong net buying. All right, so we've got strong net buying. I like the angle of this algorithm. We have got price action making lower lows and lower highs, right? Beginning of a W-shaped reversal. We have a regular block trade level that's going to provide support since it has right, there we go. Come on, there we go. So we broke above it. Another move to definitely confirm, but we have a regular block trade level at 140 here that's going to provide a little bit of resistance on the move back up to the upside. So we'll just keep an eye on it. Definitely interested in what's going to happen at this level here. Going into the open on Monday, so that is T-Mobile on the 15. Checking out the daily action on Friday. Right, pretty much net buying all day. Let's see. Let's just mark up some of this stuff here real quick. All right, the Algo is, I'm going to keep an eye on this little curly Q here just to make sure that it can get back above the opening range high of Friday. So we need the Algo to break. I'd like the Algo to break that level there, right? We have that. This is a closer look at that block trade level that came in at 138.35. Come on, which is where we closed. So we broke above it, just like it to continue pushing price action up with it. All right, so we've got, went through the algorithm. Let's go ahead and jump into a little bit of analysis on AMD. All right, so this looks super choppy, right? This is a nice strong move up to bull flag at the 4-hour top. The daily is forming, the daily's got our positive factors, right? 8's on top of the 21, on top of the 34, on top of the 50, on top of the 200. Looking for a slingshot squeeze release. The sector is green, positive. Look at this massive consolidation on the 5-minute chart. Right here, massive red, orange, right? Those are all squeezes. So there's a lot of energy being built into AMD right at this 115 or 111, 112 area, right? Currently trading at about 1 ATR. We can look for a move to 2 to 3 ATR. So I'm looking to go 115, 120 easy. Let's see what those options look like. All right, so we're looking at AMD. All right, these weekly options, the 115, 120s, massive open interest. I definitely like those. All right. So I like the 115s for AMD going into this week. If you want to go a little bit further out, you could do the 115, 120 vertical, right? That would be, yeah, the 115, 120 vertical would cost you about $2 for a $10 wide spread with 19 days of time. 44% IV, $10 expected move. Definitely looking at those guys. So that's AMD. Let's see. So I like the 115, right? Which definitely think we get 115. All right, moving on to the next chart was CL. Checking out CL on the chart. Excuse me. All right, so off the 4-hour bottom, a little bit of a slingshot squeeze getting ready to release. We had a squeeze release on at the end of the day. I'd look for a pullback at least to the 21, so coming in at 79. Possibly the 34, 79.50. Let's see what CL looks like over here. So this is a little bit of consolidation on longer term, wedge that we've got here. We did close above the 200 SMA, right? So we've got stack positive moving averages. 821.34. We closed below the 50, but this should be interesting, right? We've got this moving average spaghetti squeeze that's happening when things when things get squeezed by moving averages, they have a tendency to pop out. But so far everything looks stacked, maybe a little bit early on this. Looking for this slingshot squeeze to release to the upside, pulling back to at least the mean, which is coming in at that $79 level. All right, so 79.50. Let's see what the options chain looks like on this. Let's see what the options chain looks like on this. Thank you. Alright, so next week's not super liquid. Going out 2 weeks, those 80, those are way cheap. I'd probably like to get a higher delta with a couple weeks of time. Maybe the 77s. Alright. Or possibly, yeah, maybe the 77. So look from 77 to 80, $3 move. All right, so that was CL. Moving on to Humana H2m. All right, H2m on the daily. Did we come down and find support? Previous demand zone, so bounce off the daily bottom, 4-hour bottom, above the 200 SMA, above the 50, stack positive moving averages, looking for this slingshot squeeze to release. Look for the signal line to cross above the upper Bollinger Band, that'll issue a buy signal. The sector is green, right? So reversion to the 21 puts us at 417. I feel like this 200 SMA at 419.50 is going to cause us some issues, so I'm not looking for a move above that. All right, so pull back to the mean, which is 415. So maybe 415, 420 vertical. Yeah, looking for that squeeze to release to the upside. Pull back, like we did close above. Well, did we? So we do have stack positive moving averages. We had that 50, 200 SMA cross. That's bullish, right? I don't know, I'm on the 5-minute chart. Let's go 15. Might help things out a little bit. Okay, there we go. So we do have the 200 SMA on the 15-minute chart to get above. So 405 to 410 is a move. 410 to 415 would be another move, right? So those are the two that I'm going to be looking at as far as options are concerned. Alright, so the 405 to 415 move is one option, right? Or excuse me, 405 to 410 move is definitely an option. Not super liquid on these contracts. I'm going to have to go out a couple weeks. Yeah, I'm not loving the open interest. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not super thrilled with the open interest on these. So this may be more of a quick scalping opportunity, right? They're pretty liquid here at the 425 level. What was the ATR on this? Let's see, Humana's ATR. So they move about $10 a day, $7 a day. So they're 2 weeks out. They're looking at a $17 move, $16 move. So they're looking to 420. All right, so I'd probably play these 425s. Yeah, this will be a little bit more of a tough one, just because of the low liquidity. We'll keep an eye on it. There may be some more flow coming in on Monday, but I like the 425s just for like a 10-15% gain. I'm not trying to make a killing on it. They're not super liquid, not a lot of volume, so just keep an eye on that. Gonna move on to, all right, let's just move on to Mastercard. All right, Mastercard has been great to us. Hopefully it can continue its niceties. All right, we do have the 200 SMA above us at 357. That's a little concerning. Stack positive moving averages, higher lows, higher highs, neutral RSI. Looking for the squeeze bounce, not the curl over, but the actual bounce off of that. So for it to reject the downside and move back up to the upside, look for a MACD crossover. 200 SMA is going to be a big deal. So we've got it coming in at 359. No, get up here. 359. Right. So 358, 359 is going to be a little bit of a contention area, just because we've got, we've got the 15-minute 200 SMA, we've got the daily 200 SMA. We would have to get above that to revert to the mean at 365. Looking at, let's see where we're at. So we're coming off the, so off the daily bottom, off the 4-hour bottom, above the 200 on the 5-minute. So move to the 4-hour top is 362, which is not quite a reversion to the mean. So if we can get above the 4-hour mid, so if we can get above this 200 SMA or the 4-hour mid, then I think a move from 358 to 365 is pretty decent. Definitely think that we could get there into next week. $6 ATR. No. There we go. That was nope, Mastercard. Come on. Thank you. All right, looking at this week's options, definitely a bunch of open interest at 370. Like I said, getting above that 357 to 360 level, it's going to be a little bit of a challenge. All right, they're factoring in an $8 move, so market makers are factoring in a move to 362. If we went out a couple more weeks, right, 370s look pretty decent, so we could do a 365, 370 vertical, or even, looks like there's some butterflies happening here, right? There's a 365, 370, 375 fly. 360, 370, 380 flies are all pretty decent. Yeah, so I'd look to probably go a couple weeks out on these, just because the options are pretty decently priced. All right, moving on. Mastercard was up. Let's go ahead and check out Roblox. Roblox looks like it has some life being breathed. I'm gonna put back in it. Roblox. All right, so Roblox, come on, here we go. All right, so nice move to 2 ATR, pull back to 1 ATR. So this could be a 1, 2, 3. Like, looks like it's trying to make a stair-stepping pattern up, right? I don't like that the 200's above us or below. I don't know if we have to come back and test the mean, right, which would be the 50 SMA. So I don't know if we have to come back down to 82 before we continue to move up. If these squeezes release and we can get above, yeah. So Roblox gonna be a kind of a little bit more touchy one to look at. Falling 200, we don't really have any support here. If we can get above 87, then I would say that this pullback is completed. If not, we may need to come back down and test this 84 level, and then we can get that longer move to the upside. So I'm going to keep an eye on it. Possible pullback to 84, and then the move up to 90, 95. So looking at Roblox, keep clicking the wrong buttons. All right, Roblox. Yeah, the more I look at it, the more I think about it, we may need that pullback to 82, 83. So there's a potential, you could grab, we'll just look at, all right, so this week's, while the 90s are really cheap, I feel like we're going to go back $2 before we move up. So these 86.50s for this week, if we could get them for about $1, that would be pretty decent, and that would be buying into the fade. Going out to September, this massive open interest at 90, right? So it looks like somebody did a vertical, or somebody did a fly, 85, 90, 95. That sounds like a pretty decent idea. Definitely like that for an option, especially if we do get that pullback. So I may look at a fly for that. If not, I may look at the vertical, the 85-90 vertical, on the pullback to 82 for support, right? If we can maintain you know, this 4-hour top at 84. Sorry, 84 is the key. Pull back to 84. I'd look to buy the fly because they may pin it. Right, $10 expected move. 85, 95 is the move. So, lots of good options. Either decently priced. We'll keep an eye on Roblox just to see if it needs to come down to this demand zone. Yeah, it may need to come back down and touch this demand zone. Pretty sure it will. All right, that was Roblox. The next one we went into was T-Mobile. Tmus. I have never traded T-Mobile before, so I'm not exactly sure how it moves. Can't even spell it right, so that's not a good sign going into the week. All right, what do we have here? So we fell through the daily bottom, rejected off the 4-hour bottom. We've got the falling 200. I need this to really inspire a little bit more confidence in me. So if we can get back into the 4-hour and the daily. So for me, I'd need to get above 190 or 139 to prove that this is a reversal. Reversion to the mean at 141. I don't know how this moves. Is this the bottom? We'll see. Excuse me. Definitely need to take out Friday's highs. We can get above Friday's highs, which is also the 200 SMA. All right. So it wants to pull back to 142.50, right? So reversal candle, mean is 142. We got to get above this 140.50 area, right? So there's a $1.50 move here that we could probably try to catch, right? For the rally to the 200 SMA, right? A break above the 200 SMA, which would be taking out, you know, some of these previous lows. Is it this one or this one? All right. So breaking above this level. Let's see. Yeah, this is a little bit more tricky one. So we'd look to grab this rally to 141, right? Look for a potential rejection off of there for a move, you know. Let's see what Fib says. Yeah, so move to the 618, pull back to the 50, move to 143. This one's going to have to be managed a little bit more than I would like to manage. Options aren't super liquid. 145, lots of open interest. I may grab the 140s. I might even have to go a little bit deeper in the money. Yeah, so I'm not super thrilled with the open interest. So the 140 is 2 weeks out, right? May pay, but I'm really looking to capture the move to 140. I feel like there's going to be some consolidation or rejection right at this level here, right? So right in that area there's going to be a lot of, there's going to be some fighting that's going to take place. But if we do a break above the 140, then I think 143 is a pretty decent target. So I would probably grab these 140s on a pullback or, you know, going out. So I think that's it. Yeah, I like those ones. All right, that's it for me. Thanks for joining me. Once again, my name is Algo. It's been another weekend watch list building session. If you enjoy this content, all I ask in return is you hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. If you haven't signed up for the weekly watch list yet, visit us at darkpoolcharts.com and go ahead and sign up. It's free, 50 free. We send out this content that's a way deeper dive than we would normally do. There's some SPY analysis as well as an overall market dark pool analysis. Thanks for joining me. Have a great week, and join me if you want to join me on the stream. I stream every morning, Monday through Friday, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. About an hour before the market opens, we try to get in a good 45 minutes, see what's happening for the day. All right, well, thanks for joining me. Talk to you soon.